everyone, welcome back. We're continuing in Module 2. We're in Topic 2, Lesson 3, Activity 4. We're actually not going to do this side of the page. We're actually going to flip it over, and we are going to start with page 292. Okay, so question 3. There are several questions on your test that are just like question 3. So we're going to put a star by that, if you would, please. My little star tried to go through the hole on the paper. Okay, and then I need you to write down some notes. I'm going to show you a way that I want you to set these questions up. So I'm going to have you set up a proportion using some words here. Is over of equals percent over 100. So each of these problems we're going to set up in that format, and I'm going to show you what I mean by that. Okay, so 3A, it says 15 is 25% of what number? Let's zoom in a little bit. Okay, so 15 is 25% of, so 15 is going to go where the is located. We have 15 is 25%, that goes where the percent sign is. The 100's always there. Of what number? The of what number is our question, so that's the part that we don't know. So that's right here. So then we need to figure out, we've got to go this way. So how do you go from 25 to 15? What are you dividing by to get there? If you're not really sure, we can do 25 divide by 15, and you're going to get 1.6 repeating. So you're dividing by, and there's not really a lot of room to write here, 1.6 repeating. So we're going to do that with the 100. So 100 divided by, I'm just going to do this for a while in my calculator and then hit equals, and I get 60. Okay, let's set up the next one. 15 is 30% of what number? So 15 goes in our is position. 15 is 30% of what number? So how do I go from 30 to 15? This one's a little bit easier. We're doing a divide by 2. So we're going to do 100 divide by 2, so we get 50. Okay, letter C. 45 is 75% of what number? So 45 is in our is, 75% over the 100 of what number? 45 is 75%. The of what number is the part we don't know. And again, we're always sending it up in this is in the numerator over the of equals the percent over 100. So how do we go? We need to go this way. So how do we go from 75 to 45? What would we divide by? So if you don't know, you're going to get your calculator, and we're going to do 75 divided by 45. So again, 1.6 repeating. So we're dividing by 1.6 repeating. I'm just going to write it out here. I don't really have room to write it above there, but you know that we are dividing that. So then we just did 100 divided by 1.6 repeating up here, so we're going to get 60 as our answer. Okay, letter D. 16 is 20% of what number? So I'm going to write that out here this time. 16 is 20% of what number? So how do we go from, we need to go this way. How do we go from 20 to 16? So what are we dividing by? So let's try that. So locked so quickly. So 20 divided by 16 gives us 1.25. So we are dividing by 1.25, dividing by 1.25. So 100 divided by 1.25 gives us 80. So 16 is 20% of 80. We could check that. So 20% of 80. So 10% of 80 is going to be 8. And then another 10% is another 8. And 8 plus 8 gives us 16, which is what the question started with. So your final answer here for this one is the 80. Letter E, 36 is 40% of what number? (36) is 40% of what number? What are we dividing by to go from 40 to 36? It's kind of interesting that the keys are showing up blue because they are not blue at all. It's really wild. These are like a really dark gray. These are a lighter gray when I'm actually looking at it. These are like an orangish yellow. Okay. Anyway, 40 divided by 36. It's a 1.1 repeating. So to go from here to here, we're dividing by 1.1 repeating. So then 100 divided by 1.1 repeating. Actually, I need to make it repeating. 100 divided by 1.11111 gives us 90. So 90 is our answer here. 6 is 15% of what number? So 6 is 15% of what number? How are we going from 15 to 6? So 15 divided by 6 is 2.5. So divide by 2.5. So 100 divided by 2.5. I'm guessing some of you can even do this one in your head. Is 40. When I see 100 divided by 2.5, I'm actually thinking 100 divided by 25. I know there's 4 quarters in a dollar, but we have the decimal point, so it's going to be 40. And then lastly here in number 3, 27 is 30% of what number? So how do we go from 30 to 27? We have to divide by something. That's not going to be a very big number, is it? So 30 divided by 27, 1.1 repeating. And we already did a divide by 1.1 repeating. We did that right up here in letter E. So our answer is, again, going to be 90. Okay. I just want to do this one with benchmark percents to see if it's right. So we're saying 27 is 30% of 90. So What's 10% of 90? Equals 9. Well, then there would be 3 of them. Another 10% and another 10%. So it would be another 9 and a 9. 9 times 3 is 27. So it is correct. Okay. Number 4, a department store recently had a big sale where the prices of the items were marked 25% off the regular price. After the sale, Tremaine must mark each of the items back up to its original price. The table lists the items and their sale prices. Help Tremaine complete the table, round values to the nearest cent if necessary. So it says, take note, 25% off the regular price means 75% of the regular price. So this is the sale price. This isn't the discounted amount. This was the amount you pay after the discount is taken off. So this is 75% of whatever we have in this amount right here. So if we think about this using the is over of equals percent over 100, and we're doing 75%, so we know 75%, oh, I need to slide that over. Let's back it up a bit, get this all in the viewpoint. So for the shirt, if the shirt is $24, okay, and we know that's the 75%. That's the amount that you paid. The discount was 25%. The discount amount's what you don't pay. So if you don't pay 25%, you are paying 75%. And we know that you are paying $24. So we're looking for this amount right here. So how do you go from 75 to 24? Divide by, what are we dividing by? So 75 divided by 24 is 3.125. Divide by 3.125. We're going to do the same here. So 100 divided by 3.125 is 32. So this shirt's original price was $32. Okay, so 75% is 36. So 75% of what is 36? So again, so we're doing 75%. We have the 36. How do you go from 75 to 36? Divided by 36. 2.083 repeating. 2.083 repeating. So we're going to do that here. 100 divided by 2.083. And we get 48. So $48. Okay. I want to do the $59.95 one. Actually, before we do that, I'm gonna just show you checking one of these using benchmark percents. So if we start with $48 is the cost, and we're trying to figure out what 25% off is, 10%, 10%, and 5%. 10% of $48 is $4.80. Another $4.80. Half of that for the 5% is $2.40. If we add that up, that's 25%. 0, 16, 20, 12. So we know the savings, the 25% is $12. So if it started at $48 and we're taking 12 off, if 25% means 12 off, $1,248 minus 12 gives us the $36 sale price. The other way we could have done it is done 75% to double check and get to the 36. Okay, $59.95. So $59.95 is 75% of something. How do I go from 75 to $59.95? 75 divided by $59.95. We're going to round that to 1.25. So we're going to divide by 1.25. So divide by 1.25. 100 divided by 1.25. And we get, it's about $80. If we wanted the exact amount, we would want to divide by what we get exactly here. So I want to go back and do that. Yeah, I want to go back and do that. So 75 divided by 59.95. So I'm going to write that out. It's 1.25104254. Okay, so now I'm going to do 100 divided by that. 1.25104.254. So the actual original price was $79.93. $80 would be acceptable here because it told us to round the values to the nearest cent. If necessary, well, I guess we rounded that part. So either one I would accept. $59.95 is not 75% of 80. 75% of 80. 75% of 80 is really $60. So that's where there's a difference. Okay. We're going to stop there. I'm out of room and our time has gone quite a ways. So see you on the next video.